And welcome back to Zero World 2016. I'm David Temple, and it's early in the morning for us, and sometimes there's a lot to balance, as you can imagine. And names as interesting as ours, Dr. Shalin Shah, Dr. Antonino Secchi, and Dr. John White. Yes?
Yes.
All right.
Thank you.
That's the hardest part of the day right there.
Well done.
All right, we're talking about clinical orthodontics, and I learned earlier that CCO is complete clinical orthodontics. Let's talk about this, and why don't we start with, how do you see Sirona products, and especially now with this Dentsply-Sirona merger, how do you see these products advancing your field of clinical orthodontics? Let's start with you, Doctor.
Yeah, sure. It's an exciting time with technology at the growth rate that it is now, and the opportunities that it's opening for us on a daily basis. It's an incredible experience that orthodontics is about to go through, and orthodontics has been fortunate enough to evolve on its own with great giants that have come before us, and really bringing us to a place where we understand why we do what we do, but now technology will help us to understand how we can do it better in a more efficient way, and deliver it to a better capacity for the end result for a better patient experience.
Perfect. Dr. Secchi, what would you add to that?
Well, I would like to add that technology means that it has to allow you to do the same thing that you do better, faster, and hopefully cheaper. And I think that today we have a lot of technology pieces that they need to come together, and it's the right time for a company like Sirona to put the package together for orthodontics. Yep.
And Dr. White, how about yourself?
Well, I've been using their products now for 10 years. Their 3D, the Galileos. It changed how I look at patients. It changed how I treat people. Mm-hmm. Without information, you can't make a good diagnosis. With better information, you can make a better diagnosis and a better treatment plan. It took us beyond just focusing on teeth and focusing more on faces, jaws, airways, some other factors that really impact the quality of the care. The new Omnicam, with the integration with that, the ability to put a set of virtual models in a virtual face, it just increases your ability to see the whole package, and more importantly, at some point, to explain and communicate. A parent doesn't really get some of the things we used to talk about. Now they can see it, and when they see it, they understand it. They can make a better, more informed decision.
Seeing is believing. You gentlemen have all been attending these conventions for quite some time. Do you find yourself getting surprised that each year there's always something more, something bigger, something better, faster?
Well, I think that, David, every year is getting easier for the clinician to acquire and to use these products. And that's one of the beautiful things about technology. I would like to emphasize a couple of things. Orthodontics, if you see the first 50 years of our profession, were pretty much the discovery of how to move teeth. Then, basically in the 80s and in the 90s, emphasis was placed in quality. How can we achieve the best possible quality in our result? Then in the the end of the 90s and beginning of the 2000s was basically all about efficiency, how we can be efficient. And now we are shifting one more time into how can we put this technology working for our office? How can we use the products that we see here, how they can talk together? Because we have different pieces of technology. We have scanners, combines, etc., and they need to talk together to make our life easier. And I think that is really what Sirona is gonna bring about.
Do you see or feel like you can project the next game changer?
Well, I think the next game changer, at least in technology, will be to have an office that is that all the different pieces of technology will be talking together, and which is basically a challenge. We will have printers, we will have scanners, we will have practice management softwares, we'll have combines, and the idea is to have all these products talking together and to make basically your life easier and the life of the patient easier.
Yeah, I have to say, kind of leapfrogging on what Antonino said here, I think I think technology today is really that game changer. What we see with orthodontics in history is we had the map from our diagnosis to the plan to the end result, and we had a pathway to get there. Now what we have is Google Maps. We have real live data on how to make that journey more efficient, more predictable, and results that are going to be longer lasting. And that's, you had mentioned about when we go to these meetings, are we more surprised? I mean, not only surprised, but excited. It's a journey that when you go into residency and you become an orthodontist, you think you're taking alone or maybe with your orthodontic colleagues. But companies like Dentsply, Sirona, who have embraced that journey and want to make it better, and when you come back every year after year and see that they have made advancements, they've listened to what you want to see accomplished in the field, is such an awesome thing.
I think this is my 4th year, and I'm amazed at the amount of passion everyone has. I was talking to Michael Oggins earlier, and I'm like, it's just amazing to watch a guy of your stature every single year be more excited, more passionate, and that's the thing that I always walk away with all of our doctors and clinicians is that the amount of passion. For an average Joe like me looking on the outside in, it sounds kind of silly, but we're just amazed that it's dentistry. But when you hang around it, you realize these guys are just super passionate about it, and there's so much, the advancements in technology are moving so quickly, and to be able to sit here and listen to it, it's just mind-boggling.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, absolutely.
The thing that I'm finding the biggest game changer is the fact that we can treat virtually now.
Yeah.
In the past, an orthodontist, you started out with a fairly generic system. You adapted it to the patient, and you modified it throughout. Now, with all the digital stuff, we can actually have a virtual patient, complete and total, where we can move teeth. We can see different setups. We have tools that come with it that allow us to do something that is unique.
Right.
In the past, we can all go to a department store and find a pair of jeans that fit. They may be a different brand here or there, but now with the technology we have, we can get that person and make it for them.
Yeah.
So the customization is much, much better now than it ever was before.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with John too. I mean, customization of the patient and to have an outcome before you start is one of the greatest things about technology right now. That you can start with the end at the beginning. So you can provide the patient the result basically before even you start implementing it.
Yeah.
Well, as we get ready to wrap it up, we're about ready to take a break. What are you most excited about as what you've seen already today in this convention? What have you seen that you're most excited about that you can walk away with using right away?
For me, it's the Dentsply Sirona workflow. It's bringing together, what Antonino and John said. They have figured out how to take the patient journey and to optimize it for that individual patient. So, for example, from making the experience of just taking an impression of your teeth, digitizing it in a way where the image is quality and can actually be used relevantly through the entire process. Then taking relevant data from 3D X-rays, the CBCTs, merging the two, and then coming up with that virtual customized plan, making sure that it's efficient, optimized, and will enhance the patient experience to the best capability possible. And that, for me, is not only a game changer, but that is the one thing that I'll be walking away with.
Awesome.
Yeah, I agree with Shalin too. For me, it's basically the quality of the products and the integration of them, which is basically the key, and I think is the game changer in the future. How the different products in your office will integrate to make just one environment.
Dr. White?
Well, the fact that Dentsply now owns so much of this, when you try to deal with several different companies for a lot of emerging technologies in particular, they didn't integrate very well. Mm-hmm. Now that they're all under the same general tent, they work better together, and you can see that coming more than anything else. That integration is what's going to be the most powerful, not for the patient immediately, but for the practitioner.
Awesome. You guys have been great, and you've even expanded my horizons on orthodontics. I appreciate your time. Enjoy the rest of the show.
Thank you.
Thank you
Dave.
very
Yeah, you
much.
as well.
Appreciate
Good
it.
job on the names.
Guys,
Appreciate it. It's the little hurdles. Let's take a short break, and we'll be back with more live from SIROWORLD 2016 right after these messages.